Kejriwal had emerged as a confrontationist activist who came into governance. Congress to emerge as the new party, saying that I will not be with Arvind if Arvind gets less than 10 seats. यार ये तो सिर्फ लोगों को गाली बकता रहता है. Arvind Kejriwal had emerged as a confrontationist activist who came into governance, saying that I will not be with Arvind if Arvind gets less than 10 seats.
What is it one thing which is really working on the minds of the people that from 2014 to 2015 to now 2017, we're seeing three very different narratives playing out in Delhi?
Bhupenji, let's understand this, right? Arvind Kejriwal had emerged as a confrontationist activist who came into governance. But post he came into governance, his politics has been that of confrontation. Now, since 2014, people somehow have not been able to relate to that. Now, when he went to Goa, when he went to Punjab, people, especially his core constituency of the autowalas, the taxi drivers and all, were asking that what we were promised, we've not been delivered that, and our chief minister is going to different states to promise the other electorate. So somehow, for example, what were the core promises of the Aam Aadmi Party? Their MLAs did not meet the people as frequently as they promised. There was not even a single Mohalla Sabha that took place. So somehow at the local level, the interaction with the MLA, the interaction with the Aam Aadmi Party as it was supposedly thought to be by the electorate did not take place.
But you know, it's just one side of the story. Is that vote, Pradeep? Is that vote going back to where it used to be in the form of Congress party? Is Congress back to being, let's say, a preferred choice for the urban and rural poor in Delhi in some percentages? Well,
absolutely, Bhupen, and in fact in places like Shakarpur and all these places where you have the minorities dominated places, or say for example where the lower class of the strata comes, that was actually the vote bank of the Congress. But because the Congress diluted to an absolutely disproportionately low level, and the Arvind Kejriwal had resurged in 2015 as the alternate choice for this class of vote, it went to Aam Aadmi Party. So I will say it as the ghar wapsi for the same vote bank coming back to the Congress, but it will not absolutely come back to the Congress. Some of it will go to the Bharatiya Janata Party because of certain schemes that the Prime Minister has lodged and a trust which is developed in the OBC, in the lower class of voters.
Therefore,
people had expected the Aam Aadmi Party or the Congress to emerge as the new party in order to trust the voters, whereas what the Bharatiya Janata Party has done by not giving ticket to any of the past corporators, it has emerged as the party which is saying that yes, we've accepted that we did not do well, so we are taking the implicit responsibility for this, and that's why we're not having any of the old corporators because of that. So that's why they've somehow
this appears to be. What does this tell you? How has the story changed so dramatically between 2015 and 2017?
I think, Bhupenji, the main difference of why the lower strata of the people have been going to the Bharatiya Janata Party is because of the faith that they associate with respect to the Prime Minister. They associate the Bharatiya Janata Party, whenever they talk about the Bharatiya Janata Party, they look on Prime Minister Modi as the figure who's standing for them. So even if you see in UP or any elections, the Bharatiya Janata Party from being a Baniya party has transcended and being really the party of the Aam Aadmi. So when Congress, which had this as the traditional vote bank, is at a disproportionately low level, weak level, which is a confused lot, this respective vote bank has now shifted to the Bharatiya Janata Party, which has actually become a mass-based party. That's point number one. Point number two is the claims that is being made, right? The voter today is very logical, and we should not here say that nothing is logical in Indian politics, because the voter knows or really understands who's the leader who can deliver, or who's the local constituent who can deliver. I will give you a basic example. In 2014, Prime Minister Modi came to power. Everybody was expecting the wave was at the highest level. But in 2015, you had the Aam Aadmi Party winning. In Punjab, you had the Congress winning, right? And even in local elections in these constituencies, you will see places like Moti Nagar and others where you will have the Congress winning because the local corporators have actually delivered. So it cannot be said that, the vote is not logical.
I just want to,
one point, Bhupenji, when the EVM issue was raised the last time, the Election Commission has come out and challenged openly when nobody could hack the EVM in 2009, where the issue was settled. The problem this time with the campaign of the Aam Aadmi Party was, if you look at the tweets of Arvind Kejriwal, he is not focused on what he's delivered on Mohalla cleaning.
Well, I think it's not just Mr. Kejriwal. 31% vote in New Delhi Municipal Corporation. In South Delhi, there was 29%. In East Delhi, there was 30%. Ballpark figure was round about average, was round about, let's say, 28 to 29% in the previous MCD election. If the Congress holds on pretty much to that vote and gains maybe by a couple of percentage points, as is being predicted, do you think that the Congress has reasons to celebrate today? Should they be thinking in terms of, okay, we're not there in terms of challenging Modi, but we got the better of Arvind Kejriwal? Is that a possibility for the Congress in this MCD election?
I think the positive for the Congress would be that they would be seeing that fine our vote which had gone to Arvind Kejriwal, a percentage, a portion of it is thinking to come back. The minorities, for example, for instance, would be coming back to the Congress. So this is one positive for the Congress. But the biggest stumbling block in Congress, wherever I've gone to, Bhupenji, we've done an opinion poll 72 hours before, and the trends are on the same line. The problem that people said with Congress is that they want to come back to the Congress, but Rahul Gandhi as a factor is something which does not excite them. They would say, fine, okay, we were being the traditional voters with Congress, but Rahul ji में बात नहीं है. वो कभी कहीं और रहते हैं, अभी अमेरिका में छुट्टियां मना रहे. That's how the drivers and the actual vote bank of Congress.
सड़क की बात.
That's the reality of.
Amit Goel, if the brand of politics being practiced by Mr. Kejriwal is so negative, and we've seen what Bhagwant Mann has tweeted this morning, are there more Bhagwant Manns who are there within the confines of the Aam Aadmi Party who are waiting to speak out?
Absolutely. In fact, yesterday, Bhupenji, there was something going in the closed corridors of Aam Aadmi Party where this news which was floated that there might be certain MLAs that would defect from Aam Aadmi Party. You had the a trend which was going inside the Aam Aadmi Party circle saying that I am with Arvind even if Arvind gets 0 seats. Somebody was saying that I will not be with Arvind if Arvind gets less than 10 seats. So I believe that there would be some voices which will be coming inside the Aam Aadmi Party. They have to. Because in governance, they have to change the tone of their politics. People were expecting them to talk about their delivery that they've done in the schools. They're expecting them to talk about the good work they've done with respect to the mohalla clinics. They're not expecting them to always shoot and leave and allegate. That is not something, because the confrontationist agitator is good as an activist when he's an activist. But when he's delivering, he has to basically function as an administrator. And when you allegate inside the government with a responsible post, you have to provide substance to it. If you do not provide substance to it, people do not take you seriously. And they say, sadak ki baat, yaar ye to sirf logon ko gaali bakta rehta hai.
But you know, Pradeep, this point about the Aam Aadmi Party requiring introspection, and I couldn't agree more. I see so many Aam Aadmi Party workers who are absolutely unwilling to accept that there has been a change on the ground. This obsession with one's own self, this lack of reluctance of engaging with the wider mass base, is that the real problem? Was that the real problem in Punjab perhaps, and is that the real problem now in Delhi?
Absolutely, Bhupenji, you've really hit it point blank. I'll give you I'll give you a small instance, right? The signaling of this was clear in the last year and also the by-polls which took place post-2015. Aam Aadmi Party had a historic vote percentage of 54-55. In the by-polls in which they even won 5 seats, right? The vote percentage was reduced to somewhere in 20s. In Rajouri Garden, they lost deposits. So this was something which this was signaled to the Aam Aadmi Party that listen, you have to change the tone of your politics. As Vinodji pointed out that people from the Jantar Mantar, he talked about the Aam Aadmi ki baat, but the Aam Aadmi, the same Aam Aadmi was saying that theek hai, ab tumne us tarike se, we've got you in power, now deliver and talk about what you've delivered. The MLAs, there was not even a single mohalla sabha which was done. The MLAs of the Aam Aadmi Party refused to meet the Karyakartas. So there were these on-ground rooted problems. In the eastern Delhi part, for example, where Vinodji resides in the core constituency of Manish Sisodia, you did not have a single mohalla sabha taking place. You had, with Arvinder Singh Lovely coming there, the Bharatiya Janata Party marshalled a lot of support in eastern Delhi. But my point is, there are some deep-rooted problem in the Aam Aadmi Party because there are no structures. It is lynched on one man without structures. The Bharatiya Janata Party.